Alright y'all, Lyfe Jennings broke the oath and most people don't know why. He started a group in the early 90s called the Dotsons. This group consisted of his two cousins and older brother Jay, but the group fell apart because they wasn't getting no show. Shortly after, Lyfe Jennings did a 10-year sentence for arson. When he got out, he met with a dude named Cleve. Cleve introduced Lyfe Jennings to Irv Gotti. When Lyfe went to meet with Irv Gotti, he wanted him to sell his soul. In an interview with Vlad TV, Lyfe explains this.
This dude that I know, and y'all, DMX played him in Belly. The dude Cleve, which, yeah, like anyway, everybody know who Cleve was for real. So Cleve, he told me before I got out, he was like, yo, you know, Irv and them, you know, they're my people or whatever. I want to send you, when you go back to New York, I want to send you up here to holler at these cats or whatever. So, well, yeah, I went up there and it was his people, you know? He listened to my stuff and he was just like, yo, this is, you know, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I'm gonna either sign you or I'm gonna sign this kid right here. So I was already sold. On my way out the door was actually right in between the door thing. Irv was like, yeah, so what we gonna do is we gonna get rid of all of this stuff that you gave me and we just gonna make them some idiot music. And I stopped. It's like, idiot music? He was like, yeah, so what we gotta do is we gotta give them something super simple and idiot just so, you know, you can get a buzz and then we'll deal with that deep shit later on. And I said, all right, but in my mind, I was like, nah, this ain't the place for me. I get what he's doing, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not so much in it to just get popping and make a temporary impact. I wanted to do some shit that was long lasting, you did? So
after he denied the deal with Irv Gotti, Cleve got him a meeting with Sony Records. He released his debut album, Lyfe 268192. When he released his first single, Must Be Nice, the industry was jacking him.
Having someone who's slow to take and quick to give must be nice.
This album reached number 39 in the Billboard chart, selling 800,000 copies. Lyfe was on his way. It wasn't until he dropped his second album, Phoenix, when the dark side started to approach. He released the single SEX with a singer named Lala Brown. The story goes, she was on tour with Lyfe Jennings and they got into a heated argument. Lyfe Jennings sent her home and she continued to make her music. Her and her boyfriend were in the studio and someone came in and unalived her. The case is still unsolved.
What you say? She was on my joint SEX.
Oh yeah.
She passed away, right?
Yeah, man, we thought we was on. The city thought we was on.
Because of her?
Yeah.
And
now
wow. Yeah, you know, it's crazy because I know like it went unsolved. I don't know, is it still unsolved? Her murder?
Yeah, absolutely.
Still unsolved.
So what I heard was her and her boyfriend was in a studio. That's kind of like a house studio, basement or something like that.
No, it was definitely a studio on a main strip.
On a main strip, and her boyfriend, I guess, was with her, and then somebody came in and got her, man. I'm like, no one can find out who that was, man.
Well, actually, him and her.
Yeah, they got both of them, right? They got both of them, man.
It's so many different stories. That was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But you know, it's so funny that, you know, I never spoke on that because, you know, some things that you could say could sometimes make somebody feel some kind of way that's in the family that's close to it. So I never really spoke on the joint. But just so recently, at the time passed, I had a whole bunch of music that she had recorded when she was signed to my label.
Okay.
So I reached out to her daughter and I actually gave her daughter the music. I put her daughter in touch with my man because it was a lot of money that Lala never collected. So I put her in touch with my man to make sure she get the bread, and now her daughter coming out with a documentary about Lala. You know, and that's why you can't put a time on things, man. You gotta let God create this thing for you, man, and just be available for the thing He created. Because it was another young lady, and she was actually on the song SEX, and at that time, her boyfriend was managing her. So when she on the song, I'm like, yo, I need to call you because, you know, I need to do this part. So all of a sudden, it just changed, and she was like, well, he said he don't want you calling me. He wants you to just call him. I say, well, let the management talk to the management, baby. Like, let me, you dig what I'm saying? The artist talk to the artist. We work out the creative part. She was like, no, it can't work like that. I say, well, we can't work like that, baby. And ironically, I met Lala.
I think so, yeah.
Lala, come on.
After reaching success in the industry, Lyfe Jennings was fed up. He would go on a public platform and then break the oath.
How many records are on radio right now that's just totally bashing women, drugs and all this different stuff. But yet and still, they playing this stuff on just a radio for our use, and our use, they get desensitized to that. Like these chicks out right here, these chicks out here now is niggas. These chicks is niggas right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all the stuff that guys used to do, how we'll be parlaying, oh, I smashed and I did this, blah, blah, blah. These chicks is doing now. Now you got these chicks on radio glorifying, I'm going to get money from him, then I'm going to throw him away. And then I'm going to go to the next that I can get more money from. But then we glorify this, and then we act like that when this stuff is going in our society, like teen pregnancy or drug use, we acting like our music don't got nothing to do with it.
Well, like this been going on, our generation was just as bad, if not worse.
Nah.
You crazy.
No, because you know why? We have more variety.
We got the balance now, though.
Well, what's the balance?
The balance is the guys like the Kendrick Lamars, the J. Cole's, the Wale's, the Big Sean, the Chance the Rappers, the Rhapsodies.
People also don't have to listen to radio. There's a lot of options. Like there's a lot of streaming services,
Absolutely.
there's satellite. People, I think, consume music in so many different ways now that it's not just what's on the radio.
And women are talking freely. If you're talking Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, or Nicki Minaj, but it's the same thing that dude's been doing for the last 20 years.
By the way, Little Kevin Foxy Brown,
Even
Foxy Brown wasn't talking about getting money from Trina.
Even when dudes was talking, and it wasn't as prevalent. It's almost like right now, it's like the worst that you could possibly say, and the weirder you get, because these out here ain't weird for real. Like it'd be different if your hair was purple your whole life and you had 39 piercings in your mouth, but they see that that's what's popping. They see that that's the that's getting the attention. You dig what I'm saying? So they start doing it. You really think these is like this for real? You really think all these females out here is really getting money from niggas like that? You think they is for real?
The kids? Yeah.
Nah, hell no.
After catching flack from the media, Lyfe Jennings was on his own. He would continue to release songs, but the mainstream media wasn't pushing it. He was officially blacklisted.
How important is it to own your own masters?
It's super important because, you know, as you age, and we all going to age, you know, you might not be doing the shows and stuff that you would like to be doing, you know, and you still got that family to take care of.
Right.
The label keeps on eating forever, but unless you own the masters, then you can't share in this wealth too.
For sure.
You know? I recognize Sony gave me opportunity. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now without Sony. Somebody's going to use you in this industry. It's two things. It's just about deciding who is going to use you and make sure they understand that just because you use me in the beginning don't mean I'm going to let you use me all the way through this. So it's two big words I want new artists to pay attention to. Number one, cross-collateralization, which means if you do a first album and they spend a lot of money, cross-collateralization means that if you don't give them their money back on the first album, they could keep on taking money from all of your other albums. Or you do good on the first album and you don't do good on the rest, they will take all your money from that first album and use it to pay off the other albums. So don't have that in your contract. Number two thing is your audit period. Your audit period is always 3 years. And a lot of the dirt that record labels do to you, they do in them first 3 years or them first 6 years because they know you just really live in this newfound success. And if you don't audit them in them 3 years, when the fourth year come around, you can't go back to the first 3 years. You have to go forward. So they basically get away with it.
Let me know what y'all think. Did Lyfe Jennings break the oath, or did he just get dealt a bad deal? Leave your comments below.